O God, refresh and gladden my spirit. Purify my heart. Illumine my powers. I lay all my affairs in thy hand. Thou art my guide and my refuge. I will no longer be sorrowful and grieved. I will be a happy and joyful being. O God, I will no longer be full of anxiety, nor will I let trouble harass me. I will not dwell on the unpleasant things of life. O God, thou art more friend to me than I am to myself. I dedicate myself to thee, O Lord.
Arts, crafts, and science uplift the world of being and are conducive to its exaltation. Knowledge is as wings to man's life and a ladder for his ascent. Its acquisition is incumbent upon everyone. The knowledge of such sciences, however, should be acquired as can profit the peoples of the earth, and not those which begin with words and end with words. Great indeed is the claim of scientists and craftsmen on the peoples of the world. Unto this beareth witness the mother book on the day of his return. Happy are those possessed of a hearing ear. In truth, knowledge is a veritable treasure for man, and a source of glory, of bounty, of joy, of exaltation, of cheer, and gladness unto him.
In sight of Brahma, all these offerings are spread and are accepted. Comprehend that all proceed by act, for knowing this, thou shalt be quit of doubt. The sacrifice which knowledge pays is better than great gifts offered by wealth, since gifts' worth, O my prince, lies in the mind which gives, the will that serves. And these are gained by reverence, by strong search, by humble heed of those who see the truth and teach it. Knowing truth, thy heart no more will ache with error, for the truth shall show all things subdued to thee, as thou to me.
First, he should establish himself in what is right. Then, if he teaches others, the wise man will not be corrupted. If one would only apply to oneself what one teaches others, when one was well disciplined oneself, one could train others. It is oneself who is hard to train. One is one's own guardian. What other guardian could one have? With oneself well disciplined, one obtains a rare guardian indeed.
O people of God, righteous men of learning who dedicate themselves to the guidance of others and are freed and well guarded from the promptings of a base and covetous nature are, in the sight of Him who is the desire of the world, stars of the heaven of true knowledge. It is essential to treat them with deference. They are indeed fountains of soft flowing water, stars that shine resplendent, fruits of the blessed tree, exponents of celestial power and oceans of heavenly wisdom. Happy is he that followeth them. Verily, such a soul is numbered in the book of God, the Lord of the mighty throne, among those with whom it shall be well.
The wise man, like one pointing out hidden treasure. If one finds a man of intelligence who can recognize one's faults and take one to task for them, one should cultivate the company of such a wise man. He who cultivates a man like that is the better for it, not worse. If a man disciplines, instructs, and restrains them from what is not right, he will be dear to the good and disliked by the bad. He who drinks in the truth will verily live happily with a peaceful mind. A wise man always delights in the truth taught by the saints. Navies channel water, Fletchers fashion narrows, and carpenters work on wood. But the wise disciple themselves. Like a solid rock is not shaken by the wind, so the wise are not moved by praise or blame. The wise find peace on hearing the truth, like a deep, clear, undisturbed lake. The good renounce everything. The pure don't babble about sensual desires. Whether touched by pleasure or pain, the wise show no change of temper. If a man does not seek children, wealth, or power, either for himself or for someone else, if he does not seek his own advantage by unprincipled means, he is a virtuous man, a wise man, and a righteous man. Few are those among men who have crossed over to the other shore, while the rest of mankind runs along the bank. However, those who follow the principles of the well-taught truth will cross over to the other shore, out of the dominion of death, hard though it is to escape.
Now this is the commandment, the statutes and the ordinances, which the Lord your God commanded to teach you, that ye may do to them in the land whither ye go over, to possess it, that thou mightest fear the Lord thy God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I commanded thee, thou and thy son and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as the Lord, the God of thy fathers, hath promised unto thee, a land flowing with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words, which I command thee this day, shall be upon thy heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the glory, and the power, forever. Amen.
O God, guide me, protect me, illumine the lamp of my heart, and make me a brilliant star. Thou art the mighty and the powerful. Oh Dios, guíame, protégeme, ilumina la lámpara de mi corazón. compassionate, the merciful. They will ask thee what they shall bestow in alms. Say, let the good which ye bestow be for parents and kindred, and orphans and the poor and the wayfarer. And whatever good ye do, of a truth, God knoweth.
At the outset of every endeavor, it is incumbent to look to the end of it. Of all the arts and sciences, set the children to studying those which will result in advantage to man, will ensure his progress, and elevate his rank. Thus the noisome odors of lawlessness will be dispelled. And thus, through the high endeavors of the nation's leaders, all will live cradled, secure, and in peace. The great being saith, the learned of the day must direct the people to acquire those branches of knowledge which are of use, that both the learned themselves and the generality of mankind may derive benefits therefrom. Such academic pursuits as begin and end in words alone have never been and will never be of any worth.
And the first effulgence, which hath dawned from the horizon of the mother book, is that man should know his own self, and recognize that which leadeth unto loftiness or lowliness, glory or abasement, wealth or poverty. Having attained the stage of fulfillment and reached his maturity, man standeth in need of wealth, and such wealth as he acquireth through crafts and professions is commendable and praiseworthy in the estimation of men of wisdom, and especially in the eyes of servants who dedicate themselves to the education of the world and to the edification of its peoples. They are in truth cupbearers of the life-giving water of knowledge and guides unto the ideal way. They direct the peoples of the world to the straight path and acquaint them with that which is conducive to human upliftment and exaltation. The straight path is the one which guideth man to the dayspring of perception and to the dawning place of true understanding, and leadeth him to that which will redound to glory, honor, and greatness.
O humankind, verily ye are all the leaves and fruits of one tree. Ye are all one. Therefore, associate in friendship, love one another. Abandon prejudices of race. Dispel forever this gloomy darkness of human ignorance. For the century of light the Sun of reality hath appeared. Lay aside all self-purposes, and know for certainty that all men are the servants of one God, who will bind them together in love and agreement.
Amen.